Dobre Eden. Good day. I'm Suzannah, and today we are coming to you from the Grand Ronde Valley, located in La Grande, Oregon. And today we're going to be making Bublanina, which is a Czechoslovakian sweet bread dish. It can be made with blueberries or cherries, and today we're going to be making it with fresh cherries grown here in Oregon. Well, let's take a look at some of the ingredients that go into Bublanina to make it such a popular Czech dessert. We have butter, half a cup of it to be exact. We put in a half a cup of sugar, 2 beaten egg yolks, a cup of flour, a teaspoon of salt, 2 egg whites that we're going to stiffly beat later on, a half a teaspoon of lemon peel, a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar, and then we're going to be using our pound of fresh cherries, which we're going to be pitting with this push button cherry pitter, which is actually available for only $12.95 on the Honey Jar online. Now we're going to pit our fresh cherries using the push button cherry pitter. We're going to be using Bing cherries from Oregon today. As you can see, they're rather large, but with this push button cherry pitter, they're really simple to do. All you do is put them in here, give it a push, the cherry pit falls in, nice, easy, and clean. After we pit our pound of cherries, we're going to move on to zesting a lemon. Now that we've got our pound of cherries pitted, we are ready to zest lemon. The recipe calls for half of a teaspoon of zested lemon. We're going to start by creaming the butter and the sugar together, and then we're going to add our beaten egg yolks. Okay, next we're going to sift the flour and the salt together, and then we're going to put that into our mixture when we're going to alternate that with the stiffed beat egg whites. We're going to put in our sifted flour into there, and we're going to alternate that with our beaten egg whites. You want to make sure to get them beaten into stiff peaks to make sure that the bread turns out well. When you're making the bread recipe, you're going to want to make sure that all of your ingredients are well incorporated to get the recipe just right so your bread turns out. What we're going to do is add the lemon peel and the cream of tartar into our recipe, and these are going to be the final things that we're going to add into our mix. Okay, as you can see, I've already got the dough into our baking pan. I'd put a little light layer of grease on it so that way it doesn't stick after it's cooked. And a good size for this recipe is about a 10 by 6 by 1.5 to give it plenty of room to rise up. And before we put it in the oven, we'll put our cherries in it. Okay, what we're going to do here is just give the cherries a light dusting with flour. This is going to help them when they're baking to not sink to the bottom of the baking pan. They're going to kind of be suspended in the batter, and that way they'll be mixed throughout our bread. Okay, then what we're going to do is just place some of the cherries on the top of our bread and just kind of place them anywhere that you'd like. And then afterwards, if you'd like, you can sprinkle the top with just a little bit of sugar to give it that extra little special touch. Okay, next what we're going to do is put the bread into the oven. We've been having it preheating at 400 degrees. We're going to put it in there and set the timer for 35 minutes, and then we'll check on it from there. Okay, today we've been working on the Bublanina, which is the Czechoslovakian dessert, the sweetbread. It's a really easy dish as you've seen, so you can work with your entire family, get the kids involved, especially with the push button cherry pitter. You can see how fast, easy, and fun it is to pit the cherries. With this dessert, as I mentioned earlier, you can make it with blueberries or cherries, and today we use the Bing cherries that were grown in Oregon. Oh, sounds like something's ready to come out of the oven. Well, it looks good. It smells great. And all that you do is just cut it into small squares to serve. Well, it tastes great. Right now is the perfect time for you to make your Bublanina. Thank you for stopping by.